Hello, and welcome to a big one. If you can read the box, this box contains a book and box made from leather and paper. This, my friends, is The Picture of Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde, as published by Lyra's Books. The first title in their Lyra's Classics lineup. I already cut this bottom half. Not to cheat you out of it, because I made enough cuts. This is number 57. So Lyra's Books is... I'm going to flip it this way so you can look at it upside down with me. Lyra's Books. Oh, look at that foam. This is like Suntop foam. Look at that picture. Lyra's Books is the the brainchild of Rich Tong, over at Ludlow's. Wow. I feel like I should be wearing gloves for this. He works over at Ludlow's. Lyra's Books is his own imprint where he is hand binding these beautiful books. His first title that he did was Stardust by Neil Gaiman. I have unboxed that on my channel. And his second title, which is the first of his new classics imprint, is The Picture of Dorian Gray. I'm delighted to announce that our limited edition has been nominated 4 times for the 2022 British Book Awards. That is incredible. I keep forgetting to ask for Richard Tong's autograph. I need to see him and collect. He had a note with Stardust. He has a note here. I need him to sign this note. That's what I need. And on the other side, you have a kind of a preliminary sketch by Gregory Manchess, who did the illustrations. Look at the foam on all 4 sides. Look at the book itself. Let's dive in. I am excited. Whew. Now, I only own one Lyra title, and this is the second Lyra title, which was Stardust, which is the only other Lyra title. But I do have Case of Death and Honey, which is from Arete, but Richard Tong, as part of Ludlow's, did the hand binding on that. You're going to see a lot of very familiar names with these books. You'll get Phil Abel from Hand and Eye Letterpress, who did the letterpress for this. He does his own work over there. He works for Arete. Rich Tong does the binding for them. He does the binding for Arete here at Lyra's. You'll see a lot of familiar names with these. Anyways, let's dive in. It's 2.5 minutes in. I haven't even shown you the damn book yet. I'm sorry. I'm rambling, but I'm excited. I got to keep this tissue paper as pristine as possible because I'm weird like that. And you're going to have to just deal with it. So, oh, wow. Curved edge slipcase. Look at that. Curved edge slipcase with a skull and a rose pressed on front. Burgundy goat leather for the binding. Got a little leather top band up top there, bottom band. Wow. Oh my God. So we have marbled end papers and the book cover, hand marbled by Bookbinders was the name of the marbler. Well, Freya was her name. Look at the gilded page edges. What a striking volume. It's gorgeous. I feel like I should be wearing gloves, but you should never wear gloves while handling books because it's hard to tell if you're being too rough on them. And I want to treat this with respect. My hands, I washed them before this and dried them. They're not wet right now. This is like I need to prepare. Look at that. Wow. And there we go. This edition, 250 numbered copies, was letterpress printed by Phil Abel and Robert Hetherington of Hand and Eye Letterpress, familiar name there. It's on Zarcal mold-made paper. Each book is hand-bound by Richard Tong. And the artwork, internal artwork, is by Gregory Manchess right there, signed number 57 to match my copy of Stardust. And Coraline is the next title that's coming out. As well as... Was Christmas Carol is coming out as well, but I feel like Christmas Carol was Arete, or was it Lyra's? I can't recall. Like I said, they all have their hands in the pot. Wow. Look at that little tipped in photo. They all have the nice little tissue protections there. So you have Oscar Wilde. Gregory Manchess did the illustrations. It is printed on 2 colors here on this this title page, but it is printed on one color throughout the actual text of the book. It has an introduction by Merlin Holland, who is Oscar Wilde's only grandchild. Also, I looked up Merlin Holland, and for some completely just random reason, he looks exactly like Alex Berman from Fantasia Press. So maybe they're the same. I don't know. But yeah, they look very similar. The preface from the 1891 edition, and then the illustrations themselves. So this is not the only small press edition of the Picture of Dorian Gray. Amaranthine actually announced their version slightly before Lyra's. They kind of expedited Lyra's announcement by doing their own. However, the illustrations are very different. It's a small novel. It's a very short novel, almost novella length. So very gracious on the... There we go. Very spacious margin size. What's very unique about this edition is that Gregory Manchess's illustrations are all just of the picture. So there's nothing else illustrated. If you're not familiar with the story of Dorian Gray, it's a young, vain man who has a picture made, and he sells his soul in a way so that he does not age. Any aging, anything bad that might happen to him actually happens to the picture, the portrait instead. So throughout this wonderfully letterpressed edition are going to be slight iterations, different iterations, including the women that he's harmed, the drugs that he does, by Gregory Manchess. Gregory Manchess, gorgeous illustrator. Very soon. There we go. Tissue paper on that one. Working as he gets older and older. Dorian, not Gregory Manchess, although Gregory Manchess is going to be working until he gets older and older. Gregory Manchess, I kind of regret not getting it. He had a novel. It was like a pictorial novel above the timberline that was published a few years back, and the signed page actually had signed copies, but I did not swing for it back in the day. And there you can see him getting older, his surroundings changing. I can't recall what the interior illustrations of the Amaranthine version looks like, but I'm just going to show you. There he is in hell. It's not a spoiler because this is over 100 years old. There he is more in hell. The book is over 130 years old, so Richard Tong did sign it. So the book is over 130 years old, so spoilers be damned. And there is Richard Tong's signature. Oh, that is so cool. Oh my God. Oh yeah, Marcel